What's going on, IP fam? I'm Brad with Influencer Parenting, and whether you know it or not, you just joined the IP fam, so smash the like button and subscribe to the channel. Here, you only need to know one thing about parenting. The strongest influence in the life of your child wins. So the only question is that you? And on this channel, we are going to make you the strongest influence in the life of your child, because at the end of the day, when it's all said and done, it's not about giving your child a bunch of choices or connection or logic or love or whatever the deal is. At the end of the day, you're going to be just left with your influence. There'll come a time where you can't ground them anymore. You can't take away their iPhone. You can't put them in timeout. You'll be left with your influence. And we want to help you become the strongest influence in the life of your child, because when you do, it makes parenting so much easier. All right, so in this video, I'm going to show you the exact influencer parenting formula. The parenting mind map to take you from a nagging, yelling, crazy level 10 monster that feels like they've tried everything and can only get their child to do something if they are absolutely ready to explode. I'm going to take you from that to a calm and relaxed and rested and confident parent in the blink of an eye by using this formula that I invented. No one else teaches, no one else lays it out like I do, and it literally is going to change and transform your parenting life. So focus on this video. I'm going to get hot and heavy. We're going to get right down to it, and we have a lot to go over on this video. So let's get started. The strongest influence in your child's life wins. Is that you?
I'm Brad Zood, and this is Influencer Parenting.
All right, so I'm literally going to jump into my computer right now. I've got the whiteboard up, and I'm literally going to spell this out for you in the most simplest terms, in the simplest art form here. So I'm going to switch over to the computer, and let's get started. All right, so we are inside the computer, and I'm literally going to take you through the influencer parent formula that is going to literally radically transform your parenting. Guys, no one puts it together like we do, breaks it down step by step like we do on literally how to go from where you're at to where you need to be. So let's get started. I've got my whiteboard here, the influencer board, and I'm going to do this step by step. And please forgive my drawing right here in the middle. I missed that day of art class in the 5th grade for sure. So step number 1 in the parenting formula here, I'll make a little box. First thing you need to do is you need to get sleep. Okay? Sleep on a daily basis and beyond. Okay, so you need an extra 20 to 30 minutes more of sleep right now than you're getting to dramatically change your well-being. A lot of the times when parents have frustrations and are angry and all these sorts of things, it's kind of an overreaction, and typically that falls from a short fuse because you're not rested. We literally start our parenting days with a foot in the grave because we're overtired, and I get it. We're all busy and we have lots of things going on, but you have to make sleep the core of your parenting skills. You do this when you're feeling good, things are so much easier to deal with when you get sleep. So take an extra 20 minutes a night, plug your phone in the bathroom instead of plugging it in next to your bed. You'll get 15 or 20 minutes of extra sleep. I promise, it's super easy. You also need to be going on date nights. You need to be recharging your batteries as a goal on a weekly basis. It should be your goal as mom and dad to go on a date night once a week without the children. Now you're like, Brad, oh my gosh, that's ridiculous. Like, we haven't been on a date night in months. Like, you don't understand. I don't have family that lives close, all that kind of stuff. Listen, it's super easy. You're going to go to a friend and you're going to say, hey, if you're anything like us, friend, you need a date night just like we do. So you know what? Friday night, you drop your kids off at our house, stay out as late as you want, okay? But Saturday, we're dropping our kids off at your house and we're going to stay out as late as we want. Boom, okay? Date night. Once every 2 weeks, okay? But more than once a month, and certainly probably more than you're doing now. Rest and recharge your batteries with your spouse. All right, number 2, the second step in the influencer parenting formula. Look at that box. Is we need to be on the same page as our spouse. Okay? So here's what you're going to do. You don't have to do this every date night. You can do this for 15 minutes after the kids go to bed. Or you can be like Greta and I, my wife. We have 7 kids. and it takes us a ton of planning to do this, but we do it pretty regularly. Take some pens and paper out, go get a greasy burger and fries, and sit for an hour and talk about your children. Talk specifically about your children. Grab a pen, write their name down, write what they're good at, write what they're bad at. Write down the thing that they're really naughty about now, the thing that they're really great at about now. Write down something your child is struggling with emotionally. Write down, all these deep things about your children and discuss them. Then write down what you want to see happen when this happens, right? So consequences, right? It doesn't always have to be a consequence, but a consequence isn't a negative thing. You know what I'm saying? The consequence of following the cookie recipe is you get good cookies. The consequence of not following the cookie recipe is that you're going to get some pretty awful cookies, right? So you're going to say, hey, if Peter hits his sister, he's going to go to timeout. And then take it one step further. Be like, he's going to go to timeout for 20 minutes. And you agree on that. And then it's just really simple. You have to have a plan. Look, it's like a football team. Okay, they practice all week long. And then what do on game day? They try to recreate what they did in practice, right? Good parenting. I'll link this above because I made a great separate video on what good parenting really is. But good parenting is waking up every day and executing your plan. Good parenting is not just waking up every day, hoping for the best, facing kids with no plan and being reactive to anything and everything that happens all day long. That is not good parenting. If you're tired and then you're just waking up and you're reacting to things all day long with no plan, it's no wonder that you're tired and frustrated and like ready to pull your hair out and send the kids to boarding school and all this kind of crazy stuff, right? You can do it. You can do it. You have to get rest. And then you have to be agreeable with your spouse so that, when something happens, you don't have to think about it, okay? Which is step 3. Okay, step 3 is you have to train your children, okay? Train your children. And you're going to do this in a time of non-conflict. Listen to what I'm saying. This is huge. Time of non-conflict. So you're not going to tell your kids what you need to do after the milk is spilled and dripping off the table. You need to use 2 hands and you need to do this and da-da-da-da. No. Okay. You're going to train them on how to properly interact with milk when you give it to them, not when they spill it. So you could even have milk carrying drills, right? Okay, kids, gather around. Here's what we're going to do. We are going to practice carrying this cup from the counter over to the table with 2 hands exactly like mommy wants you to. We are going to show them exactly what we want. We've got a famous story at Influencer Parenting. One of our students, we work with thousands of students. We're #1 best-selling authors. We work with thousands of families all over the world to dramatically change their lives very, very quickly. We're not just making this stuff up. But Angie, one of our students, she had a 3-year-old and they took their 3-year-old over to their friend's house. Their friend had a dog. The 3-year-old started pulling the dog's tail, pulling the dog's ears, all this kind of stuff. Angie was mortified. And so we told Angie, we're like, hey, under what presupposition do you have that a 3-year-old who has not been shown how to properly interact with a dog, why do you think that he would know how to properly interact with a dog? Right? So we said, hey, you're going to go show your 3-year-old how to go interact with a dog. And you're going to say, this is how we pet a dog and a good dog and all that kind of stuff. We're going to show our kids in a time of non-conflict what we want them to do. So you're going to be rested. You're going to be on the same page as your spouse. And then you're going to go show your kids the same page that you just got on with your spouse. Here are the family expectations. Here's what we'd like you to do. The garbage, we're going to show you how to properly do the garbage, right? It's training versus discipline. Training is showing your children what you want them to do. Discipline is holding them accountable to the skill that they have. So now let's move on to step 4. This is one of the biggest mistakes parents make. One of the biggest mistakes parents make. I want you to first and only, call the child's name. Okay, what do I mean by that? Call the child's name. Most parents combine calling their child's name and the instruction. So, for example, child will be in the other room watching TV. Mom says, "Hey, Joey, go set the dinner table." And she'll move on. And mom is going to pretend that the child heard. The child's going to pretend that he didn't hear, and you have a mess on your hands. Okay, so we're going to break these down into 2 steps. Step number 4, okay, is call your child's name. Joey, and get them to come to you before you give them instruction. Before you give them instruction, you're going to get their attention. If you don't have their eyes, you do not have their ears. If you do not have their ears, you will not be able to give them a proper instruction. Make sense? So don't combine getting their attention and giving them the instruction. So then step 5 is going to be give them the instruction. Okay? Give them the instruction. You're going to say instruction. Computer to set the table and make sure that you get salad bowls out because we're having salad with dinner tonight, okay? And then you require, yes, mom, okay? You require an acknowledgement of the instruction. Yes, mom. So, all right, so Joey, what would I like you to do? Mom, you'd like me to get out salad bowls because we're having salad tonight at the dinner table. Great. I'd like you to do that right now. Yes, mom. Okay. So you have their attention. Now we've given proper instruction. Instruction's been communicated back to us. And the next step and final step is accountability. Okay. Accountability. All right. So if Joey, who you know heard and you know understands the instruction, did not do it, you are going to administer the consequence that you've predetermined with your spouse before the time of conflict. And it's that simple. Okay. So let me paint the full picture for you. You're all rested. You've met with your spouse. You know what happens if Joey doesn't set the table. You've showed Joey in a time of non-conflict, hey, here's how we set the table. You put the salad bowl up on the upper left and the glass on the right or wherever it goes. Forks on the left, et cetera, et cetera. So Joey knows how to set the table. Then Tuesday night when dinner rolls around, Joey's watching TV. You say, Joey. And then Joey comes to you because you're not going to do anything else. You're just going to get their attention, get them to come to you. Our little kids, we make them touch us. Bigger kids, you can just make them walk in the same room as you. And I'm going to, and then you're going to give them the instruction of what you want to have happen. Hey, Joey, I need you to set the table and make sure that you get the salad bowls out because we're having salad tonight for dinner. What do you want? What do I want you to do? Mom, you want me to set the dinner table and get salad bowls out because we're having salad for dinner tonight. Great. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. And then you're going to hold him accountable. If he sets a table, great. Hey, great job. Thanks for setting the table. Really appreciate it. Or if he goes right back down and watches TV, you're going to say, oh, Joey, you didn't listen to mom. And you know what happens because I've already explained to you that if you don't obey mom, that you're going to lose your phone for an hour, or you're going to lose your phone for the rest of the night, or you're going to, miss out on story time with mommy if you have younger kids, or whatever you decide. It's that easy. And if you can master literally this 6-step influencer parenting formula, your life is going to be so easy. You're going to be rested. You're going to have crystal clear thinking. You're going to have a plan. You're going to know how to get your child's attention, give them instruction that you know that they can do. And you're going to be able to hold them accountable so much easier. And I'm take you. So listen, at this point in the video, guys, if you are feeling this, if you're like, man, this is incredible, Welcome to the IP family. This is what we do. We help you become the strongest influence in the life of your child, because the strongest influence in the life of your child wins. Guys, there's no one out there teaching this type of parenting stuff. And all I need you to do is hit the subscribe button, give it a thumbs up, give it a comment. Let me know that you're there. Let me know that you loved it. It really means a lot to us when we do. And we're going to continue to pump out this free and amazing content. And if you want, so if you enjoyed this training, there's going to be lots more of this coming. Or if you want to work with us on your child situation, you can go to the link of influencerparenting.com in the description there as well. And don't forget to share this video with another mom or dad that needs a clear picture on exactly the steps for the influencer parenting formula to take them from yelling and nagging to a calm, cool, and relaxed parents that brings the joy back in parenting. We'll see you on the next one.
The strongest influence in your child's life wins. Is that you?